Hello, Orla here, founder of the Mumpreneur Revolution, and welcome to our training on creating an engaged community that benefits both the members and your business. In this video, we will be looking at creating and positioning your community. In the last video, we looked at the types of community and how they follow the customer journey. But in this video, this is the video where you're going to take action. This is the video where you are going to look at identifying the purpose of your community, and that will encompass all that we learned in the last training video. Who is your ideal client that will join your community? And we looked at that in recent training about getting to know your ideal customer and everything about them. We will get clear on the common goal the members of your community share. Now, this is absolutely essential because the stronger the goal or goals that your members share, the stronger the community. And we've also discussed how important it is to make sure that you do not create a community that already exists, because that's not going to work. So getting clear on the common goal is absolutely essential. We want to make sure that your community theme is customer and not business focused. So it's about your customer, what they want, and not about your business. And we're going to share some examples. And then we're going to look at whether your community should be open or closed. Lots to get through in this training, so let's get started. So, first of all, what is the purpose of your community? Determine what the purpose of your community is and how this relates to your traditional customer journey. So, which of the three types of communities are you building? Are you building an aware and engaged community, an excite and ascend community, or are you building an advocate and promote community? Perhaps you're building more than one community as well. Whatever the case may be, I want you to head straight over to your workbooks and to fill in the type of community that you are going to create. Then I want you to look at who are your members, who are your ideal client, because that's what it should be. It should be the people that you would eventually like to guide to purchase from you, or the people that have already bought from you. It is also essential that you know who you want to join and where to find them. Where are they hanging out online? Because of course, we're going to discuss in the next training how to promote your community and get those members to join. When you know who your members are, what platform suits them best? Would they be better suited to a Facebook group, a LinkedIn community, an Instagram community? Perhaps they'd be better suited to a website forum on your website. You know, what works best for them? And it's important to throw in that you can also adopt a community building approach across all your social media platforms, in addition to your group. And that's basically what's known as pull marketing. So rather than using the marketing of your business to push what you offer onto people, you use it to create a community, to educate them, to provide value, to start conversations. And that is basically what pull marketing is. And there on the right hand side, I've shared a fantastic example of a blogger that I follow that does this so well. When I first started following her about 2 months ago, she had 40,000 followers on Instagram, and now she's got over 50,000. And what she does beautifully well is she takes people on a journey. She gets people to ask questions. She speaks back to people. She provides the information that they want, but you very much feel that she has a community building approach to her marketing, especially on her Instagram. If you don't follow her, I would recommend that you do. But what's really important is the common bond or the common goal that joins people together that follow her is basically real people who are fed up of the bullshit on Instagram. Real people who are fed up and looking at perfectly posed photos, full lips, perfect hair, perfect makeup, the size 6 that everyone seems to be on Instagram. This person is all about creating a community of people who want to feel amazing today. that is the common bond that joins her followers together, because they look at her and they look at what she's doing and they feel inspired. She is curvy, but she also looks amazing, and she is beautiful, and she's kind and warm and funny. And she's a fantastic example of community building marketing and how that works. And I think it just leads on to my next slide so perfectly. What do your ideal client have in common? What is the common thread? What is that common goal that is going to encourage them to have conversations with each other, to open up? And really, they fall into three key areas. One is that they have a common goal. Perhaps they want to change something. If you look at PETA, if you look at Amnesty International, perhaps they want to learn something new. We see communities for like Open University who want to learn something different. Perhaps they share a purpose. Maybe it's people who are environmentally conscious, who don't want to eat meat, who want to go more plant-based. These people that share that purpose. So when you look at what people have in common, perhaps it's a common goal, something that they're striving for, something that they're aiming for, that they want to change in their lives. Perhaps there's a common experience that is joining these people together. Maybe it's a situation, a stage of life. So if you look at the members of my community, you as members of the Mompreneur Revolution, you share a situation in that you are self-employed and running your own business, but you also share a stage of life in that you are a mum, So I think that's a really strong one as well. And we also see it very much with local groups, They are common experience goals because these people share a location. They live in the same location. So we've got Edinburgh Gossip Girls, East Lothian Ladies here in Scotland, but also in Ireland, there's Maz on a Mission, which is spreading at over 60,000 members now across Ireland and growing. So what joins these people together, or what they have in common, is the experience, either what they're going through in their life or their location. Or perhaps it's a community based on a common interest, a hobby. So perhaps they like to build kites, perhaps they like to paint nails, perhaps they're like me and they're a member of the Eurovision community, which is amazing. The Lego community, maybe it's based around a profession. We see a lot of sales communities, marketing communities, entrepreneur communities, like female entrepreneur communities are very strong out there. Product-based communities, like people who've purchased Lego and it's their hobby now and it's what they share. So you do need to sit down and think, okay, the people joining my group, the people joining my community, what do they have in common? Is it a common goal? Is it a common experience? Or is it a common interest? And then it's important that you consider is that your community will most probably be a hybrid and combine elements of common goals, experiences, and interest. And I think the more things that people have in common, the stronger your community is going to be. Now, I've stressed this before, and I'm going to go back there. Do not try and create a community that already exists. It will negatively impact your personality, your group, everything about your community, and you'll attract the wrong members, and they'll get bored, and they will leave, and they will switch off, and you'll wonder why. And it's nothing to do with you. It's because you've created a community that already exists. If you see a community that's working elsewhere and you think, okay, I can make that work, well, you just want to add in other elements. So maybe you want to add in another geographical location. Maybe you want to add in another goal. Maybe you want to add in another element to create your community. So when I first created my community, my earlier community was for female entrepreneurs in Edinburgh. And then I had Ultin and I created my community for mumpreneurs in Edinburgh, or mumpreneurs in Scotland. So you add in the different elements to strengthen your community and make it stand out from the competition. So your community might be similar to what other people are offering, but with the different elements and your personality, it's going to stand out massively from the crowd. And I wanted to touch on the Lego community because this is a huge one, because the Lego community has been part of the reason why Lego has transformed over the past 19 years. The Lego Group is worth $7.57 billion, making it the world's most valuable toy brand by far. However, in 2003, the company was $800 million in debt and on the verge of bankruptcy. Now, they made a number of changes, including new people at the helm, but one of those considerable business changes was the creation of the Lego community. Now, I've shared a screenshot of it there. I would recommend looking at the Lego community because it's absolutely amazing. In one of the first and most successful crowdsourcing operations, Lego asked fans and enthusiasts to suggest and vote on ideas for new models. So what you do in the Lego community is you create an amazing structure out of Lego. You pop it up there, and if you get 10,000 votes from other community members on your Lego creation, Legos will consider it. And if Lego releases your product to the world, you will get 1% of the product's sales revenue. Wow. Wow, that is an absolutely amazing community. It is absolutely incredible. And when you delve deeper into that community, you can see it's absolutely fantastic. And the conversations that happen between members is absolutely amazing. And there was recently a news report about a Lego fan who shared that somebody had broken into his property and broken into his home and stolen his Lego creations because they were valuable and they were absolutely fantastically created. So he posted this on the Lego forum, and other Lego fans and Lego enthusiasts crowd-funded to get him the money to replace what was stolen. My friends, that is an example of an amazing community. Now, you might think that this community is around Lego, and you might think this community is around the product of Lego, but it's not. It's around the hobby of building Lego creations. It's around how you feel when you take the time to create something with your own two hands. When you take those raw ingredients of Lego and you create an amazing structure. Because your business, even a purchase, is not enough of a common theme to create a community. Do not make it about your business. The Lego community is not about Lego. It's about the hobby of building, the hobby of creating, and Lego is the tool that allows you to do so. Community is created when a group of people with a common bond come together to form a relationship. And that bond can be goals, experiences, or interests. Okay? And I just wanted to remind you of this here now, because you might think, oh, the common bond is that they've purchased from me. It's not. It's the common bond is how they feel after they've purchased from you, how their life changes as a result of that purchase or using your product or using your service. So when you're creating your community, it is essential that you become customer and not business focused. And I've got some examples here for you today. So Sephora have an amazing beauty community. Now, you might just think the Sephora community is about makeup, but no, it's about every beauty talks. Ask questions, post answers, and be part of relevant conversations with real people just like you. Now, for June, across in the Sephora community, they are showing people how to create amazing Pride looks for Gay Pride, which is taking place across the world. There's lots of rainbows over there, there's lots of bright colours. It's absolutely amazing what they're showing in the community people to do with their makeup. Flabletics on Instagram, there's a hashtag, MyFlabletics, and that is an Instagram community through a hashtag of women embracing the health and fitness lifestyle. So it's not about the leggings. This is obviously a community for after people have purchased, but this is not about the leggings, and this is not about the product. This is about people using the products to embrace the health and fitness lifestyle. In the Sephora community, it's more of an aware and engaged community because they're showing you what the makeup does. You don't necessarily have purchased what they offer to use it. And then when we look at Fitbit, Their community is around health and wellness challenges. And I've shared a screenshot there of some of the conversations that take place in the Fitbit community, from fitness challenges to health tracking to coaches and coaches' advice, etc. So when you are creating your community, the content that you bring, what you discuss, it has to be around your customer and not just around your business. Because quite frankly, you'll bore them to tears if all you talk about is your business. Make it about them. The next thing to consider is whether you want an open community or a closed community. So an open community is basically something that everyone can join, everyone can see the comments, and everyone is allowed in. A closed community is something more selective. Less people join. Not everyone can see the comments. Closed communities on Facebook became very popular when they were first released, because what it basically meant was you could go into a closed Facebook community, ask a question, and none of your friends would see what you asked. Which, let me tell you, when I was going into closed communities and asking about breastfeeding at 3 o'clock in the morning, that came in handy. Now, open communities are great for aware and engaged communities because you get more people in there, you attract them in. And consider the benefit of closed for other communities, okay? So once people have purchased from you and when you want to encourage them to become advocates, it makes more sense that they're closed communities. Open communities have possible long-term benefits for SEO, because if people are on your website, if people are on a forum talking about your product, over time that will positively impact SEO. Open usually have more members but less engagement, and closed often has less members but more engagement. So this will actually determine the platform that you use. If you use a forum on your website, it's going to be an open community. If you use a Facebook group, by its very nature, it's going to be a closed community. But if you decide to adopt a community building approach to your marketing, it's going to be open. So, in summary, what you have to do now is you've got to head over to your worksheet and you have got to decide on the type of community you want to create and ensure it ties into your customer journey. And remember that no one community will take people from not knowing about you to becoming raving fans. We discussed this in great detail in the last training video. It may be that you need to create more than one community, but we'll start with one for now. Okay? Get clear on who you want your members to be, who is your ideal client. Number 3, decide on the common bond that your community have and that will enhance between members. Is it a goal, an experience, or an interest? It will most probably be a hybrid community, i.e. more than one element, but do not create a community that already exists. Then I want you to decide whether you want your community to be open or closed. And this will be very much led by the type of community you create and the platform that you choose. And then I want you to bring your business and your brand personality into the community. Don't be stale. Don't hold back. When building your community, you have to be you. Because essentially, if these people are going to buy from you, if they're going to get excited and enjoy what you offer, and if they're going to become raving fans, the sooner they get to know you, the better. If they don't like it, they can leave the community. But it's so much more important that you get the right people joining straight away so you can build the best possible community for you, your business, and your members. Thank you very much for listening to this training, and we will see you shortly in the final training video.